What's good? What's good? What's good? We had to end it live earlier so abruptly because, boy, the allergies had your boy in the chokehold. But I'm feeling a little better now. So we're going to take another swing at this. Yeah, those allergies had got your boy. They had got me. We back now. Your favorite coach is back. We back, we back, we back. Y'all already know what type of time we on. If you can think it, you can do it. You can think it, you can do it. Can't think it, can't do it. But the good news is you can't think it, and therefore you can do it. But can and will. It's two different things. Just because you can do it don't mean you won't do it. You gotta make the decision, baby. You gotta decide that you're gonna have those things that you desire to have. Do you guys know what you want? What's up, Michelle? What's up, B? What's up, Ivy? What's up, Nick? How y'all doing? If you could think it, you could do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. But if you could think it, if you can get that image of it in your head, if you can lock that image into your head, despite what things look like out there, you can do it, man. You can do it. You got to stop letting your feelings be based on what's going on out there. You can let your feelings be based on your goal. You got to stop being inspired by what you see with these eyes. Start being inspired by that image that you hold in your mind. You got to come up with an image that moves you, that excites you, that breathes life into you, that energizes you. That energy, that idea is going to give birth to all types of dope ideas. Then some of those ideas will be so good that you can't sit on it. You ever got an idea so good that it just kicked you into action? You ever got an idea that you can feel in your body? It was so delicious. It was so forward moving that you just wanted to carry it out. That's what happens when you get clear on your goals. That's what happens when you say, I want that, I'm gonna have that, that's for me, and you start moving towards it. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Coach Jay. I coach bosses. And I coach through what we call the 5C method. The 5C is my success formula. I don't care what your problem is. If you throw the 5C's in it, it's going to dissolve. Notice what I said. I didn't say you were going to dissolve it. I said it's going to dissolve. It's going to dissolve itself. Oftentimes people think that they gotta wrestle the problem to the ground and overcome the problem before they can start winning. You don't gotta wrestle the problem to the ground. You don't even gotta think about the problem. What you gotta start doing is you gotta start building your solution. You gotta start building your solution. As you start building your solution, as you start putting your energy on your solution, what's gonna happen is you're going to energetically starve your problem. You're gonna starve the problem. And when you starve the problem, it's gonna die out. It's gonna die out. The reason your problem is staying activated is because you're feeding it energetic. What we gonna do is we gonna stop pouring the energy into the problem and we're gonna start pouring the energy into the solution. Sounds simple, huh? We're gonna stop pouring the energy into the problem, start putting that same energy that we've been using to keep the problem alive. We're gonna start putting that energy into our solution. Hear me when I say this. If you could think it, you could do it. What's going on, Dr. Nichols? How you doing? If you could think it, you could do it. If you could think anxiety, you ain't got no choice but to do anxiety. If you think in depression, you ain't got to worry. The body is going to follow the mind. If you send the mind to anxiety, don't worry, the body is right behind. If you send the mind to depression, don't worry, the body is right behind. If you send the mind to your goals, if you send your mind to excitement, if you send your mind to creativity, if you send your mind to inspiration, don't worry, the body right behind it. It's no different than watching a funny movie. When you watch a funny movie, you don't got to try to laugh. Just watch the movie. You watch a sad movie, you ain't got to try to feel sad. Just watch the movie. If you put your attention, for sure, welcome to the game, welcome to the game. If you put your attention on a person that you find attractive and just allow your imagination to do a little bit of work, you ain't got to try to get activated. Your body's going to activate all on its own. But if you take the time to get clarity about what you want, if you take the time to say, okay, I don't like this situation, I'd rather that situation is your job, your relationship, your finances, your health, the state of your body, your weight. I don't care. Every problem is a thinking problem. We got to understand that. But if you'll be willing to sit and look at what you don't like and go, I don't like this, what would I rather have? And whatever I'd rather have, you put your undivided attention on that, boy, when I tell you, you're going to start moving towards it on accident. You got to come from under the influence of what you don't want. So many people walk through life under the influence of what they don't want. So their ideas are coming from what they don't want. Their energy is coming from what they don't want. Their body language is coming from what they don't want. You witness something you don't like and you comment on it. Then you comment on it, then you get on the phone and you talk to your friend about it, then you get on TikTok and you watch videos about it, and you wonder why you see, but it's true, but it's true because you keep giving your consciousness to it. It's true because you keep paying attention to it. It's lots of truths in the world. Some of these truths will cause you to lock yourself in a dark room, and some truths that'll make you jump out into the world and start adding value to others. What truths are you gonna get in vibrational alignment with? And you got to understand that your mind is not you. Your mind is a tool that you use. You got to start using the tool. Stop letting the tool use you. Use the tool. Get in the habit of telling your thoughts what to think and telling your feelings what to feel. Jay, you can't do that. Yes, you can. Jay, you say it like it's easy. I didn't say it was easy. I said you can. What's going on, sis? What's going on, Asha? Guys, hear me and hear me good. If you can think it, you can do it. Now, if you can't think it, you can't do it. But if you can think it, you can do it. And the good news is you can think it. Now, in order to think this, you're gonna have to stop thinking what you've been thinking. You gotta put that down so you can pick this up. But don't have your hands so full of the problem that you don't got no free hand to pick up the solution. Let me tell you something. Big problems have big solutions. I like that. Big problems have big solution. The bigger the problem, the bigger the solution. But in order to find a big solution, you got to take your undivided attention off the big problem. In order for a problem to exist, there has to be a solution. If there's no solution, it's not a problem. It just is. But the fact that it's a problem, it means it's a solution out there. What you got to do is get in vibrational alignment with the solution. What's going on, 48? What you got to do is look at that thing that you don't like, and instead of getting hypnotized by this thing that you don't like, you got to say, what would I rather have? And you got to get hypnotized by that. Stop getting hypnotized by what you don't want. Stop talking about what you don't want. So I'm just supposed to act like it's not happening. You ain't gotta act like it's not happening. It's there. It don't need it don't need you to keep it going. What you need to do is say, I don't like the way I'm being treated in my relationship. Right now I'm in a relationship where I don't feel valued. I'm in a relationship where I feel like my words don't matter. I'm in a relationship where I don't even feel like I'm on the team. What I would rather have is I want to be in a relationship where I feel like I got a partner who I could call, who I can depend on for anything. I want to be in a relationship where I feel like my words matter. I want to be in a relationship with a person that speaks life into me. Just by you getting descriptive about what you want. Yeah, I had to end this morning, Kalisha. My allergies had got the best of me, but we fixed it and we back. But as you start to describe what you want, what happens is, so you got to understand the subconscious mind works by what we call deductive reasoning. The subconscious mind does deductive reasoning. The conscious mind can do inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. So let's talk about inductive. Inductive reasoning would be if I walked in my daughter's room and I notice she's low energy, she's not playing with her toys, she's warm to the touch, her eyes are running, she's stuffy, she's coughing, she's sneezing, I would induce that she has a cold. That's inductive reason. I look at the reasoning. I look at the symptoms and I arrive at a conclusion based on the symptoms. Deductive reasoning would be if I'm on the road and my daughter's mom calls me and she goes, Riley has a cold. Now, me knowing what a cold is, I assume that she's low energy. I assume that she has a temperature. I assume that she's in bed and coughing and sneezing. I assign the symptoms when I do deductive reasoning. That's how your subconscious mind works. Your subconscious mind go confidence. Yeah, I know what that is. Shoulders back, chest out, head up, good thoughts. Depression. Oh yeah, I know what that is. Bad body language, bad thoughts, negative state of being. Your subconscious mind, as you create a picture, your subconscious mind is going to use deductive reasoning to start moving you towards that picture. You don't respond to the world, you react to the story that you tell about the world. Let's say that again. You don't respond to reality, you respond to the story that you tell yourself about reality. How you feel is based on what your endocrine system is doing and rather not you in fight or flight. How you're doing has a lot to do with whether you're releasing oxytocin or dopamine or what type of chemicals are you releasing. But your body release those chemicals based on the story that you tell it. Your body release chemicals. Your body create the chemical cocktail based on the story that you telling it. You gotta quit waiting on things out there to change before you give yourself permission to feel good. And you got to realize that those things that you call the manifestation are the byproduct of the manifestation. Like when I'm sitting in my office, there's all types of degrees and certificates and all those pieces of paper on the wall. That paper don't certify me. That paper represents that I'm certified. The office can burn down and the paper can be gone. Just because the paper gone, does that mean I'm no longer certified? Nope. I can reach out to those institutions, go, hey bro, it's Jay. Yeah, I went through your program in 2007. Yeah, hey, can y'all send me another piece of paper? They gonna check in their computer and go, yep, Jay, you definitely certified. We'll send the paper. You waiting on the paper to certify you, and the paper doesn't certify you. It's a representation that you certified, that you're certified. You waiting on money to make you rich. When money don't make you rich, money is a representation that you are rich, but you got to become rich before the money show up. I had to get certified before that paper showed up. That paper didn't certify me. It just represents that I am certified. You waiting on the manifestation to certify you when the money don't make you rich. It's a representation that you are rich. That car don't make you rich. It's a representation that you are rich. You waiting on the manifestation to justify the feeling. When the manifestation doesn't justify the feeling produces the manifestation. Does that make sense? We ran through that kind of quickly. I want to make sure you got that. I tell my athletes all the time when I'm working with professional athletes, I tell them, you don't get a trophy and then become a champion. No, no. You become a champion. You start eating like a champion. You start sleeping like a champion. You start doing the homework that I give you like a champion. You start showing up to practice like a champion. If you just remain in that mindset of champion, guess what? You gotta show up. The trophy. But if you waiting on the trophy and just say, okay, now I'm a champion, boy, you done lost it. I remember, this was sometime last year. I was doing a live with a good friend of mine. We were talking about the power of thought. Somebody in the comments was trying to be a smart ass. He said, "So you telling me I can think my way into the NBA?" My homeboy Josh started laughing. He said, "Quick question: what do you think the guys in the NBA been thinking about since they were probably about 4 or 5 years old? What you think they spent their whole life thinking about? Why do you think they were practicing with other people out clubbing? Why do you think they were saying, no, I ain't drinking that, I'm not smoking that, I'm not doing this with my body, I'm going to the gym? What do you think the people in the NBA were thinking about? Do you think they were thinking about going to the NFL? Do you think they were thinking about going to play Major League Baseball? Do you think they were thinking about chess club? What do you think the people in the NBA spent their life thinking about? They say, damn, but when you put it like that, yeah, when you put it like that, your thoughts create your things. I want you to look around. I want you to look around. Everything that you can see was a thought before it was a thing. This iPhone that I'm holding was an idea before it was an iPhone. This watch on my wrist was an idea before it was a watch on my wrist. This car that I'm sitting in was an idea before it was this car that I'm sitting in. The words that are coming out of my mouth were in here before they were the vibration that you hear right now. If you can think it, you can do it. But you gotta think it before you can do it. You cannot do something that you cannot imagine yourself doing. I need you right here, right now to start imagining yourself as successful. This version of yourself. Not some future version of yourself. Not a version of you that's 30 pounds lighter. Not a version of you after the divorce finalizes. Not a version of you after the kids go to college. Not a version of you when you finally get the new job or move to that new city. This version of you, this one right here, is going to marry a decision to have that thing that you desire. And you're going to start holding that image in your head. And as you hold that image in your head, it's going to start to change the way you feel. Now, when you feel different, you ain't got no choice but to act different. What's going on? Y'all follow the Manifestation Consultant. That's my business partner. We got a dope community called Dreams in Action where we take entrepreneurs and we boss them up. It ain't no other way to put it. We take entrepreneurs and we boss them up. We just finished a 30-day challenge, the Fire Your Boss Challenge. We got another challenge kicking off October 14th, the Followers to Dollars Challenge. You can't afford not to tap in. If you're serious about what you got going on and you want to take it to another level and you want to make 2025 the best year of your life, you got to tap in. But the fact of the matter is, if you can think it, you can do it. Y'all heard the Manifestation Consultant. Tap the screen. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. But in order to think it, you got to know what it is. What is it? What do you want? And the more people I coach, the more people I hang around, the more of these conversations I have, I realize most people simply don't know what they want. They know what they don't want. They can tell, boy, they can dot every I and cross every T. They got little jokes about what they don't want. Well, I don't got no money. Nobody in my family has no money. And Nobody I know has no money. I don't know how to make no money. Me neither. You, what do you want? What do you want? It's so funny. I'll be coach. So they'll tell me about their problem. I say, yeah, okay. What would you rather have? Man, I just know I can't keep doing this. Well, your consciousness is on what you can't keep. What do you want? You got to get under the influence of what you want. And something happens when you get under the influence of what you want. You don't got no choice but to start moving towards it. What's up, Coach Speaks? How you doing? You don't got no choice but to start moving. You start moving towards it on accident. You wake up with ideas. Any of y'all ever woke up with an idea? Any of y'all ever woke up with an idea? I know about 2 or 3 weeks ago, my girl woke up with a new idea for how she wanted the living room to look. She didn't. Usually, she don't move until she gets some coffee in her hand. She woke up with an idea, and the idea was the couch. She wanted this couch over here. She wanted this couch over here. She had some other curtains she had seen at Pier 1. She needed to go get those curtains. She knew, boy, she was going. She was not. She wasn't tired. She was picking. She was picking. I walked in there and caught her. We got this like chest, this real heavy. I walked in there. She was. I said, baby, what you doing? You can't move that, boy. That chest was. The idea was the caffeine. The idea was any other time without that idea to spark her, she would have went to Starbucks, spent a gajillion dollars. She would have had to work herself into. She would have had to get some music going, get the vibe. I need you to get the kids out of the house. I need this out of here. Can you sit this stuff in the garage? The idea was so good. She didn't need me for a thing. I said, baby, you need to get out my way. I can move it. She out my way. She didn't need no help. The idea was fueling everything. Move it. She out my way. She didn't need no help. The idea was fueling everything. Ask, ask, and it is given. Ask, and it is given. I think sometimes people get confused because they think it's given through. They think the thing just show up in the living room. Sometimes, but more times than not, it shows up as an idea. It shows up as a new relationship. It shows up as being in the right place at the right time. You so busy looking for the physical thing that you missing the idea. The instant you ask for it, it showed up. You got to realize the instant you recognize a problem, it's a part of you. It's all about solving problems. It's a part of you that's all about expansion. It's a subconscious part of you that's all about expansion. The instant that you notice something you don't like, that part of you gives birth to a desire. Okay, and that uncomfortable feeling that you feel is you not getting in alignment with this new desire you just created. And the further away you get from that desire that you gave birth to, the worse you're gonna feel. The worse you're gonna feel. Imagine if you gave birth to a newborn baby. They came and took the baby out of the room. They said, "We're just gonna go check his vitals. It's right across the hall." You say, "Okay, this is right across the hall." You feel some tension, but you know the baby right across the hall. It's right across the hall. Now imagine if instead of taking it right across the hall, they say, "Okay, we're gonna go check the baby's vitals, but we're gonna take it to the building across the street." Why you gotta take it to the building? They're feeling a lot more uncomfortable than knowing that the baby is right across the hall. The best feeling would be y'all check the baby right here beside me. But okay, what if they say, hey, instead of taking the baby right across the hall, they say, hey, we're gonna take the baby to a building. It's about 5 miles. Why the hell are you taking my baby to a building? You gonna get offensive. You gonna feel uncomfortable. It's the same way with these desires you give birth to. If you give birth to a desire and the desire is right here and you're in alignment with the desire, you're not gonna feel anxious. You're gonna feel anxious. You're gonna feel ready to take action. But if the desire all the way over here and you all the way over there with what you don't want, yeah, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. And it's easy to blame it on the people and the circumstances, but the uncomfortable feeling is the distance you are from your desire. I hope that made sense. It kind of came as a download. I don't think I ever said that in that way before, but it resonated with me. Did that make sense to y'all? You gotta stay in lockstep with the desire. When you give birth to a desire, it's your job to move with the desire. Okay? Now, if you let the desire go that way and you stay locked onto the solution that gave birth to the desire, you gonna feel depressed. You gonna feel down and out. You gonna feel like you can't do it. But if you realize that the desire is the seed, the desire is the acorn. You got an oak tree. You gotta plant it, but the desire is the seed. You gotta keep up with the seed. You gotta keep up with the seed. You gotta water the seed. How do I water the seed, Jay? You water the seed with your affirmations. You water the seed by watching your mouth. You water the seeds by controlling your thinking. You water the seeds by realizing you are a creator and you create whether you trying to or not. You water the seed by creating on purpose. You water the seed by entertaining good ideas and shutting down bad ideas in their infancy. Well, Jay, how do I shut down a bad idea? By saying, what would I rather have? Boy, that should be the burning question of your day. What would I rather have? What would I rather have? What would I rather have? And keep up with whatever that else. What would I rather have? What would I rather have? Your parents told you a lie. They told you that the world didn't revolve around you. It does. The world does, in fact, revolve around you. Your thinking gives birth to your reality. You got to start thinking on purpose. You are not an accident. You are not an accident. And it's time to stop living like an accident. It's time to put some clear cut goals on paper. It's time to take inventory of where you are and notice where you would like to be. It's time to start letting your grid fill in. It's time to give yourself permission to have the life that you desire. It's time to stop feeling guilty about wanting more. You are a creator and you came here to create. It's in your nature to reach for more. It's in your expansion, it's in your nature. Don't ever let nobody make you feel bad because you desire more. You came here to create. You came here to create memories. You came here to create businesses. You came here to create families. You came here to create experiences. You came here to create money. You came here to create. Don't ever let anybody make you feel guilty about wanting to create. That's why you're here. Don't let people use silly words like selfish to hypnotize you out of your greatness. And the most selfish people are the people who love to throw the word selfish. You selfish. And what they're really saying is you won't put what I want over what you want. You are a selfish person. Don't fall for that foolish shit. You selfish. Well, maybe you should try to be selfish. If you weren't being selfish towards you and doing foolish stuff with your money, you wouldn't need me to not be selfish with mine. Don't let people use those type of words to trick you out of where you headed. Figure out what you want and decide to have it. Decide to have it. And even if you don't have the physical thing of it, you can have the feeling of that thing. The feeling will produce the outcome. Anybody got any questions about anything we talking about? Guys, if you can think it, you can do it. You can't think it, you can't do it. But if you can think it, and you can do it. But you gotta get clear on what it is. You gotta get clear on what it is. What's up, Nate? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thinking gotta be at the forefront of your creative process. I was telling my son the other day, I was saying, son, look, either you can work hard or you can think hard. I really want you to get good at thinking. There's a reason I have you sitting down and learning how to meditate. It's a reason I'm forcing you to learn how to quiet your mind. It's a reason that I'm teaching you the power of thought. You can work hard or you can think hard. Boy, 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 boy. In this economy, in this world, where we headed, I really want you to learn how to use this. I want you to understand the power of clarity. I want you to understand these 5 C's. Y'all familiar with the 5 C's? Clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, and consistency. I really want you to get this stuff. Because every problem is a thinking problem. I don't care what the problem is. If you could think different, you could solve it. If you could think different, you will do different on accident. Where the mind goes, the body follows. I need you to take your mind off of what you don't want and put your undivided attention on what you would like to have. I want you to use what you don't want as the launching pad to get clarity about what you would rather have. Okay? Expansion is all about noticing something you don't like and going, what I would rather have is this. That's what expansion is all about. So you got to realize the stuff that you don't want is necessary for expansion. The stuff that you don't like is not a sign to quit. It's a sign to say, "Ooh, I don't like that." Use your feelings are like a check engine light. When the check engine light come on, go, "Ooh, that don't feel right." What's that about? What would I rather have? This is what I'd rather have. Go create. Nobody is coming to save you. I can't save you. Nikki can't save you. You're gonna start using your mind in a different way. And that's what's gonna save you. Nobody can save you but you. And that's a good thing. You don't want your saving to be dependent on somebody else. Go create it and realize you start creating it in your mind. That uncomfortable feeling, that's how you supposed to respond. Cause you know your inner being know, your inner self know, the God in you knows. I'm supposed to be respected. I have great ideas. I'm supposed to be valued. When I feel uncomfortable, it's a part of me that knows I didn't come here to feel like it. I'm supposed to get offended, but I'm not supposed to sit in the offense. When somebody disrespected me, I'm supposed to go, who the fuck you talking to? Like that's supposed to be my initial reaction. But I'm supposed to go from there to you must know who I'm Jay Shaw. My words hold weight. I matter. I'm valuable. I'm not supposed to get in alignment with the offense. I'm supposed to get in alignment with the reason I got offended. Does that make? I'm not supposed to get in alignment with the uncomfortable feeling. I'm supposed to get in alignment with the reason I got uncomfortable. The reason I got uncomfortable is because that's not who I am. But I don't stay in alignment with that. I get back in alignment with who I am, and I handle the situation from being in alignment of who I am. I was in the greatness when it happened. That's why it felt triggering because it wasn't a vibrational match. Does that make sense? It wasn't a when my boss disrespected me. That wasn't a vibrational match to who I truly am. So it jolted me like, whoa, 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 what is that? But don't get in alignment with that. Go back to where you were and then take care of that. Don't drop down to the level of what I. If you look at your bank account and you don't like what you see, don't don't drop down to the frequency of the bank account. Force the bank account to come up to your frequency. The law of attraction say like energy attracts that unto itself, right? You got consciousness. You got consciousness. You got a level of consciousness that most things in this universe don't have. A tree has consciousness, but it ain't got your type of consciousness. A monkey has consciousness, but it ain't got your type of consciousness. A dog has consciousness, but it ain't got your type of consciousness. So you get to utilize the laws of vibration in ways that other things can't. What you mean, Jay? I mean, if I look at my bank account and my bank account is vibrating at a frequency that I don't like, I got choice in the matter. I don't gotta get in alignment with that bank account. I'm not a tree. I ain't gotta be planted nowhere. I can uproot myself at any moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I can look at that bank account and go, "Ooh, don't like that. I would rather see. I'd rather see this number in there." I can choose to get in alignment with that number, and if I stay in alignment with that number, that's my bank account. Guess what? That bank account gotta align to my frequency. The bank account don't got a choice in the matter because the bank account ain't got the type of consciousness that I got. The bank account is a reflection of me. I'm not a reflection of the bank account. The bank account is a reflection of me. So if I look at my bank account and I calibrate to my bank account, law of attraction gonna say, all right, we done. It matched. But if I look at the bank account and say, no, I refuse to calibrate to that, I'm gonna hang out right here. Law of attraction gonna say, hey, bank account, you gotta get up here. And the bank account and the law of attraction not gonna rest until the bank account get in alignment with you. If I look at the dating pool and go, oh man, it's trash out here. All these women are gold diggers. All the good ones are take. I'm like, this it's horrible out here. If I get in alignment with that, okay, that's my reality. But if I look at that and say, no, I refuse to align with that, it's 8 billion people in the world. I know it's somebody out here with these qualities, and I become a vibrational match to those qualities. When I'm out at the bar, when I'm out at Toastmasters, when I'm out at Barnes and Noble, when I'm wherever I'm at, if I'm in a vibrational match to what I want, I'm only gonna draw to me what I want. But if all my conversations, every time I get on the phone with my homeboys, I'm talking about how bad it is out here, how it ain't no good women left. If that's what I'm a vibrational match to, guess what I'm gonna attract when I'm out. And even if I meet the woman that I want, if I'm under the influence of what I don't want, she not gonna go on a date with me because I don't feel right to her. Does that make sense? You gotta get in alignment with what you desire en route to it. You can't wait on it to show up and then get en route. I mean, you can't wait on it to show up and then get in alignment. You gotta get in alignment with it from right where you are. The same way that you can get nervous about something that might happen in a month. If you came to your house and you saw an eviction notice on the door and it said you had 30 days to figure your shit out, you think you're gonna get nervous then, or you think you're gonna wait till the 30 days and say, okay, I'm gonna get nervous now? You can respond to the future. You do it all the time. You respond to the future. You respond to stuff that's not here yet all the time. You at work and they say, hey, you're gonna have a performance review next week. You can start having feelings. You don't gotta wait till next week to start feeling about that performance review. You're gonna start feeling that the anticipation of that right here, right now. If it works in that direction, it works in that direction. That makes sense? Okay. So what I need you to do is create a picture of your future, your desired future. I need you to create a picture of your desired future, the one that you want, not the one that you think you can have, the one that you want. And I want you to start just seeing it. I want you to just start allowing your imagination to go there. What you're doing is you're altering the neuroplasticity of your brain. You got to understand the subconscious mind doesn't work in terms of good and bad. The subconscious mind works in terms of familiar and unfamiliar. If it's familiar, pull it closer to me. If it's unfamiliar, get it away from me. Unfamiliar can be a healthy relationship. If it's unfamiliar, I don't like it. Get it away from me. Unfamiliar can be $1,000,000. If it's unfamiliar, the subconscious mind is saying, get that away from me. So what I need you to do is I need you to make your desired future familiar so that your subconscious mind can start pulling it in instead of pushing it away. Okay? What happens as you create this picture of what you want? Have you ever been in the market for a new car and you finally decide that's the car. That's the one I'm getting. And it's like after you make that decision, you start seeing that car everywhere. You leave the house, you see 20 of those cars. You're going, God dog, man, everybody trying to be like, I decide I'm gonna get this car now. This car is everywhere. It ain't more of that car. That car is just in your awareness now. You got what's called your reticular activation system, your RAS. What happens is once you tell your brain that this is important, this right here has value, this right here means something. What happens is your brain start every instance of it start bringing it to your attention. What used to been what would have been background noise, your RAS gonna say, "Hey, here go that thing." You be talking about, "Hey, here go another piece of that puzzle. Hey, here go another piece of that puzzle." If I'm in the store with my daughter and we get separated, and I'm trying to find Riley, and I'm gonna tell my reticular activation system, "Hey, Riley is about this tall. She got on a yellow sundress. She had a puff ball and some little jelly bean sandals. My reticular activation system will say, "Hey, every cell in Jay's body, we're looking for a little brown girl in a yellow sundress with a puff ball and some little jelly bean sandals." That guy who 8 feet tall at any other time, I'd be like, "Dang, he tall." He just became invisible. That really gorgeous, attractive woman, any other time I'd be like, God, yeah, she just became invisible. Because my reticular activation system is looking for a little brown girl, yellow sundress with a puffball and some jelly bean sandals. Now, this other little brown girl, any other time, she probably would have been invisible to me. But my reticular activation is going to say, hey, that might be Riley. Okay, false alarm. It worked the same way with your goal. When I get a picture in my mind, say, yeah, I want to build a business, a system of businesses. I want all of my ventures, all of the things I'm tied into. I want the sum of those businesses to equal up to $25,000 a month. I don't want to be overworked as I do it. I want to have a manageable schedule. I want to still have time with my family. I want to work out every day. I want to have time to eat. I want to go to bed at a reasonable time and I want to wake up when I feel like. I don't want to see any clients before 11 a.m. Nobody's on my schedule before 11 a.m. But when I tell my reticular activation system that, my reticular activation system will say things like, hey, you know that lady Nikki from TikTok? I think y'all will work well together. You should reach out to her. See if y'all can build something together. My reticular activation system gonna say, hey man, you know that 5C program? People love it. You should turn that into a course. Because people want to do it with you one on one, but some people just ain't got the money to. My reticular activation system is gonna start pulling things into my awareness. My reticular activation system gonna be like, oh, the creators create sweatshirts. That happened on a live. I was sitting there and I said, hey guys, you are a creator. One thing about creators is creators create. My reticular activation system said, hey, put that on the shirt. That's one step closer to that $25,000 you was talking about. But without a goal, you don't need your reticular activation system is going to be tuned to what you don't like. When you don't got something in your life saying, hey, this is where we headed, this is what we aiming for, your reticular activation system gonna just start keep entertaining the beliefs that got you to the point that you went. Now, if you love where you went, if you live in the life that you want to be living, let your reticular activation system keep noticing what it's noticing. But if you want a new outcome, if you want a new bank balance, if you want to see a new number on the scale, if you want a new feeling circulating through your house, boy, I can remember a time in my life where I would hear the garage door open, and that meant my wife was home, and that was enough to piss me off. God, dog, she didn't need to go to Target. She didn't need to go nowhere. Like you just gonna come straight. You just gonna come home, come here like you live here. That was my reticular activation system go. Zzz, hear that garage door go. All right, fun is over. Here come the nagging. Here come the complaining. I had to reattune my reticular activation system. That garage door represents something different now. That garage door activates something different now, but it took a goal. It took some new thinking. It took me putting that down so I could pick something else up. You got to put down what you don't want. Because right now you got your hands full of what you don't want, and it's causing you your dream life. Forget a designer purse. Forget a designer belt. You can have a designer life. You can have a designer life, but it's gonna take. What's up, Yama? It's gonna take you getting clear about what you want, not what you don't want. It's gonna take you getting clear about what you want. Let's run through the 5 C's real quick. It's gonna take you getting clear about what you want. Did we just give birth to another challenge, Nikki? The Design Your Life Challenge. It's gonna take you getting clear about what you want. That's the first C, clarity. Clear about what you want. Did we just give birth to another challenge, Nikki? The Design Your Life Challenge. It's gonna take you getting clear about what you want. That's the first C, clarity. It's got the 10% battery warning. It's gonna take you getting calibrated to what you want, clarity. It's gonna take you getting confident in the calibration. What does being confident in the calibration look like? I'm confident. I'm confidently calibrated to my goal of making $25,000 a month. I don't care what they say on CNN because I'm not calibrated to what they say on CNN. I don't care if my girlfriend think it's possible. I'm not calibrated to her level of possibility. I don't care if my mama think it's stupid. I'm not calibrated to what my mama think. I'm calibrated to my goal of $25,000 a month. I don't care that it's only 10 people in here. I'm not calibrated to that number. I'm calibrated to my goal of $25,000 a month. I need you to get clarity and get calibrated and get so confident in that calibration that things in the 3D don't shake you out of your calibration. I like that alignment. And then things start happening like that, where these challenges that we do, these groups that we build, these businesses that we build, we start businesses on accident. We start businesses on accident these days because we have trained our reticular activation system to always be on alert for the next idea. It's always on alert for the next idea. You guys gotta get clarity. You got to get clarity, calibrated, and confident. And what happens is the success gets on autopilot. The success gets on autopilot. And you got to start feeling good simply because it feels good to feel good. Let feeling good be your excuse for feeling good. I feel good because I like the way I feel when I feel good. I'm more influential when I feel good. My energy hit different when I feel good. I enjoy life when I feel good. I'm not gonna wait on the money to make me feel good. I'm not gonna wait on the relationship to make me feel. I'm gonna feel good en route to the money. I'm gonna feel good en route to the relationship. I'm gonna feel good en route to the new body. Like feeling good is a decision. Feel how you want to feel about it. Feeling good is a decision. Now I didn't say it's always an easy decision, but that don't change the fact that it's a decision. Make the decision. Feel good en route, and realize you ain't got to be in a race to get what you desire. Because after you get that, you're gonna give birth to another desire. That's just your nature as a creator. You're gonna continuously give birth to desires. You're gonna continuously give birth to desires. That's who you are as a creator. I remember when I was living in Spokane, it was this house that I just had to have. Loved this house. I thought, man, if I just got that house, that's it, man. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in that house. If I can just get that house. Well, one thing led to another. And that house went to the market, and I owned a cleaning company in Spokane. And the guy who owned that house, he reached out to us to clean the house before it even went on the market. So he was reaching out to get the house clean because he wanted to get in the house and get pictures. So when that came across my desk, I put the address to our system, and we used to use a system that when you put the address to the house, it pop up a picture of the house. So when I put his address in our system, it popped up a picture of that house. I said, "Hey, what's going on with the house?" He said, "I'm getting ready to sell it." I said, "Hey, before you even sell it, what you planning on listing it at?" Yada yada yada. I said, "I'm gonna have my agent. My real estate agent get in touch with you. I want that house. I want that house. House never even made it to market. I got that house. About 7 months later, I'm sitting in that house. I'm sitting on my balcony, hanging out, and I look up, and it's the top of a hill. I see another house. I go, I want that house. I want that house. That house bigger than this house. That house got a better view than this house. I want that house. Now, some people go, you ungrateful. You just got that. Look, I'm a creator. It's in my nature to create. I want that house. I want that house. But that's who we are as creators. After I build this business, I love building business. I love working. I love developing. I love creating. I love turning my thoughts into things. I love turning my thoughts into money. And I don't need the money because I just love money. Making money is a game that I like to play. I like to see how much of it I can make. I like to see how much of it I did. You so relax, enjoy the journey, learn what you need to learn as you go through the journey. Because after you get that desire, you're gonna give birth to another desire. You don't gotta be like people. I need the manifestation now. I need. Listen, breathe, take it easy. You gonna get it. I promise you gonna get it. And I learned so much from watching my kids. I tell y'all the story all the time about how Riley acts for things. Riley walk in the office, Daddy, I just saw this dollhouse on TV, and when I get it, I'm gonna put it right beside my other dollhouse, Daddy. And 10 of my Barbies gonna live in this house, and my other 4 Barbies gonna live in this house. Cause Daddy, this new dollhouse that I'm gonna get, it's so much bigger. It's so much bigger. I can't. And she's excited. She's not saying, Daddy, we need to go get the dollhouse right now. Daddy, we got. She's telling me, Daddy, I saw this new dollhouse. She knows she gonna get it. I thought she might have to wait till her birthday to get it. She might have to wait till Christmas to get it. We might just be out one Saturday and we might just come home with it. She's not worried about, Daddy, I need to get it right now. Or they she's like, Daddy, I just saw it, and when I get it, I'm gonna put it like she already got the plan for it. She already in her imagination. She already know what 10 Barbies going in this house. And guess what that make me as her father want to do? I see that excitement. I see that anticipation. Her mama going, Jay, her birthday right around the corner. Man, listen, you can see how excited my baby was. She'll get something else for her birthday. She might get some furniture for this dollhouse for her birthday, but my baby finna get that dollhouse as soon as I can get it in this house. I'm she not Jay, her birthday in 2 months. I don't give a damn. You know how many clients I'm gonna see between now and her birthday? She can get another dollhouse for her birthday if that's what my baby wants. But imagine if she came in my dollhouse and went, I mean, came in my dollhouse. Imagine she came in my office and went, Daddy, that other dollhouse you got is stupid and it's too little and I don't like it. And I need another one. I'm gonna go, you little ungrateful child. If you don't get out of my face, go clean your room up. Let's find you some chores to do. But the energy, she didn't come in there with the old dollhouse is stupid energy. She didn't come in there complaining about the dollhouse. She say she gonna use that one too. Daddy, when I get my new dollhouse, I'm gonna sit it right beside my other one, and 4 of my Barbies gonna live in the other dollhouse, and my other 10 Barbies gonna live in the new house. She didn't come in complaining. She didn't come in sad and with a bad attitude. She came in a state of celebration for this new dollhouse, and that's how we supposed to manifest. I just got this new idea for a business, and as I build it, I'm gonna structure it right beside this other service that I offer, and it's gonna be lit, and it's gonna allow me to increase my income by 8%. Like, you see, it's not sitting down going, I don't like my job, I hate my life, they don't pay me enough, and da 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 da. That's not the creation process. The creation process is I just gave birth to this new desire, and boy, when I get it, ooh, my life gonna look drastically different. And you start tapping into the excitement before it even show up. Now, when you learn how to remain in that excitement en route to getting it, you'll be surprised how much quicker you speed things up. You'll be surprised how much more influential you are. You'll be surprised how many people want to help you that ain't got no reason to want to help. I get people to reach out to help me all the time who have absolutely no reason to want to help me. We got to turn the car on. We got to plug up before the phone dies. I get people reaching out to help me all the time. Hey, I just want to pour into you. Hey, I just want to sow seed in what you got going on here. These people don't know me, but they want to be you. Hey, I just want to sow seed in what you got going on here. These people don't know me, but they want to be a part of the excitement that they see going on.
people book consultations. I close my consultations at a 90% close rate. When you feel good, when you locked in and you got the energy, people want to sit in that. But if you complaining and you down and out and you miserable, okay, you a life coach, you miserable. Why would I invest in your services and you miserable? Why would I invest in your services and every time I see you, you complaining, you down and out, you ain't never happy. I don't ever see you smile. Why would I invest in that? You better get happy now. You better find something to be happy about. I want you to get in the habit of, as you go through your day and you see things, I want you to go, I like that. I like that. I'm looking at a Camaro right now. It's an older Camaro, but I really like what he's done with. I like the rims on that Camaro. I'm looking at it's a bunch of trees back here. I like all these different shades of green. I like that. That's a testament of abundance. I realize that abundance is deeper than money, man. And I want us to stop cutting ourselves off with money. Like, you ain't never, ever, ever. Well, I hope you ain't, because you're a little crazy if you have. But imagine if you heard somebody say, you know what? I'm 50. I've been healthy for 50 years. That's unfair to other people. I done took more than my fair share of the healthiness. I'm going to be sick for about 10 years for some other people can have a chance to be healthy. That sounds idiotic, though. You don't look at health as like, if I get too much of it, it's not going to be enough health left for another person. Or if they got too much health, it's not I'm sick because you healthy. You need to quit being so healthy so I can quit being so sick. I need you to start looking at money in the same way. It's it's more than enough for everybody. It's not they too rich. He got more than his fair share of the money, and he need to quit being so rich so it can be some. It don't work like that. Me being wealthy is not gonna stop you from being wealthy, and you being wealthy is not gonna stop me from being wealthy. But me thinking that it's not enough money to go around will block some really good ideas. Me thinking, well, if Nikki got all of the followers and Nikki got all of the clients, how no wonder I ain't got no clients. No, that thinking will cut off my blessing, but it wasn't Nikki. Y'all tracking with me. Other people can't block your success. The only person that can block your success is you, and you do it through your conception of yourself. Appreciate you, Truck. You do it through your interpretation of what you see when you look in the mirror. You could be, do, and have anything you desire. When I say anything, I mean anything. Your only limit in life is your own imagination. I need you to get a picture of what you want. I ain't never get y'all through the rest of the 5 C's. I need you to get clear on what you want. Clarity. I need you to calibrate to what you want. I need you to get confident in the calibration. Tap the screen. I need you to then, and only then, after you get clarity, after you get calibrated, after you get confident, then and only then do you start doing the competence piece. Then and only then do you start doing the competence piece. The competence piece is putting in the work. A lot of people put in the work before they lay that vibrational foundation. And you think you're not a good entrepreneur, but what happened is you tried to do the doing before you did the being. You didn't prime the pump. You didn't put gas in the car. You trying to go on a road trip with the car on E. You got to fuel the car up. And that calibration, that getting clarity, that calibrating, and that confidence, that's the priming the pump. I'm telling you, anything you've tried and you weren't successful, I'm willing to bet you didn't get clear, you didn't get clarity, and you didn't get calibrated. You didn't get clear, you didn't get calibrated, and you didn't get confident before you took action. Be, do, have. That sound like you've been in the dreams and action community. Be, do, have. Before you can have it, you gotta do it. But before you can do it, you gotta become it. If you want to be an entrepreneur, first thing you gotta do is become an entrepreneur. You can have a hard time doing entrepreneurship if you haven't became an entrepreneur. The becoming happens in here. The becoming happens in here. Appreciate them likes, y'all. Appreciate them comments. The becoming happens inside of you. And if you get the right thoughts and feelings inside of you, man, 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 man. Man, 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 you'll be surprised. What's going on, Lo? You'll be surprised what you do on accident. I'm trying to tell you guys, one person with clarity, calibration, and confidence will outwork 1,000 people that ain't got clarity, calibration, and confidence. I know a lot of hypnotists. I know a lot of therapists with all the same credentials as me. With the same background, we done been through all the same everything. But calibration, clarity, and confidence is a game changer. Jay, what are you doing? And they think I'm gatekeeping when I tell them, man, clarity, calibration, confidence. I'm gonna just take one more course. Look, boy, you know you got more degrees than a thermometer. It's not another course stopping you from being successful. You don't know what to do with the degrees you already got because you don't got clarity, calibration, and confidence. And you finna go get one more degree that's finna confuse you that much more because now you trying to five. But you finna go get one more degree, then you already don't know what to do with the 10 you got. You finna throw even more uncertainty. You don't need another course. I'm not saying you don't need another course ever, but I need you to use what you done got up to this point. Before you pay for another course, before you sign up for anything else, I need you to get clarity, calibration, and confidence. I'm not telling you not to invest in courses. I spend anywhere between $15,000 and $25,000 per year on courses. I buy information. I love buying information. Clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, and consistency. Consistency is the last one. And consistency, boy. I know a lot of people who got talent out of this world that'll blow your mind. The only thing holding them back is that last C. They dope, but they dope when they feel like it. Consistency was the one that kicked my ass for the longest. Consistency was the stuff I'm doing right now. I could have been doing this stuff years ago. But I was dope when I felt like it. I showed up when I felt like it. I put out content when I felt like it. I dropped books when I felt like it. I created programs when I felt like it. Consistency, boy. The money seek you out when you get that consistency and you get it rolling. So clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, consistency. And people who really interested in taking a deep dive in 5C, we got the 5C Growth Accelerator program. And it breaks down to about $30 an hour to get real in depth with 5C. So if anybody interested in that, you're gonna inbox me, hey coach, and we can talk about what that looks like. But the 5C Growth Accelerator, it's 5C all the time. That's all we talk about. But the dope thing about 5C, every problem is a thinking problem. Every problem is a thinking problem. And my favorite place to test 5C, my favorite place to master 5C is in my relationship. In my relationship. It has gotten to the point where my girlfriend, sometimes she wants to be upset with me. One day she told me, I'm mad at you because I want to be mad at you, but I can't stay mad at you. 5C. She, she goes, I'm mad at you because I want to be mad at you, and I can't stay mad at you. I want to, but I can't. You don't want to know why she can't? The same reason that my ex-wife can't hate me. She I want to hate you, but I can't. You know why? Because I don't get calibrated to what I don't want. I work the 5Cs in every area of my life. I work the 5Cs. This is what's going on. I don't like that. This is what I would like to have. And the way I always store my clarity, I think a lot of people get confused with clarity. I'm giving y'all too much. I should make you get in the 5C Growth Accelerator to give you this piece, but it came up, so I think Source want me to give it to you. A lot of times people have a hard time with the clarity piece because they try to start with the physical things. Creation starts from the inside out. So a lot of times, like you're trying to work on your business plan, or you're trying to build your business, or you're trying to fix an issue, but you don't. It's like you can't articulate what you want. When you're getting caught up with that, start with how you want to feel. Let's use my ex-wife for example. I want us to have a respectful interaction. I want us to have an interaction that my daughter is proud to see. I want us to have interactions where we both feel like we're being handled accordingly. Like we both feel justified. Nobody feels cheated. I want us to be able to laugh at the past. I want us to be able to look back and think, oh yeah, you was fucked up, but I forget. I want us to have fun. I start with the feeling of it, and I let the feeling give birth to what that looks like physically. So I start with the energy that I want to have around that situation, and I let the energy give birth to the rest of the process. So now things happen like my girlfriend, my ex-wife, and her fiance. We go out and have dinner, and we have a blast. Corey is cool as fuck. My daughter got two dope dads. I'm dad number one. Don't get it twisted. But my daughter got two dope dads, and but that relationship came from, man, how do I want to feel around this? What energy do I want in this relationship? I want us to be respectful. I want us to be fun. I want us to be two adults that created this beautiful child together. No regrets around it. No regrets around any of it. But we both passed it. It's in the past. And we both want what's best for each other. We start with that, and I sit with that, and I put my undivided attention on. I don't care what type of voicemail you just listen, what type of text you just. I'm not finna calibrate to that text you send me that I don't like. I'm finna calibrate to the energy that I want us to have. And what's gonna happen is, as I get calibrated to it, as I get confidently calibrated to it, the third step is confidence. As I get so confident in it that it ain't a text message you can send that's gonna take me out of my calibration, law of attraction gonna take care of it. Law of attraction gonna take care of it. And after I've laid that foundation of clarity, calibration, and confidence, now I worry about saying the right thing. See, most people try to jump right to, what do I need to say to get this person to behave the way? No, you need to get clarity, you need to get calibrated, you need to get confident. Step forward is competence. Now you worry about saying the right thing. Now you worried about doing the right thing. Now you worried about the right timing. Now you worry about your approach, how to go. But when you're not clear, calibrated, and confident, you don't even got a desired outcome, and you trying to say the right thing. How do you everything that you say is gonna be the wrong thing because you don't got clarity, calibration, and confidence? And if I just got the clarity, but I don't got the calibration and the confidence, as soon as somebody say something I don't like, I'm triggered. This really hypnosis 101. Before I can hypnotize, before I can influence, I need to get an outcome in mind. What outcome do I want? Right? And I need to marry that outcome. I need to divorce what I see and marry the outcome. And if I could just stay married to that outcome, no matter what, I'm not divorcing this outcome, strongest reality wins. That's a real strong phrase in the hypnosis community. Strongest reality win. I can remember when I was in basic training, my drill sergeant used to say, perception is 99% reality. And I used to think he was out of his mind. But boy, as I done studied, boy, as I done learned more, perception really is 99% reality. You can control your perception. That's that consciousness you got. God gave you the superpower of being able to control your perception. Utilize it. My grandmother has always been one of the only people that can discipline me. And my grandma ain't never hit me, ain't never so much as raised her voice at me. What my grandmother does is she holds a version of me in her mind. And she refuses to put that image of me down. You can tell you can tell, hey, Jay did such and such and such. Now my Jay wouldn't do that. And she refuses to put that image down. So when my grandmother's around, it's just certain things that I won't do because my grandmother refuses to see me in that light. But so she disciplines me energetically. I ain't never been a person you could discipline with a belt. I ain't never been a person you could discipline with words. My grandmother can handle me because she don't try to discipline me in the 3D. She disciplines me in the 4D, and it works wonderfully. My mom, I don't know what to do with this boy. I don't. My grandma said, "Bring me my baby, Jay. I'm not gonna give you no lecture, but you know." She's like, she would discipline me in this very vague way, Jay. It wasn't no threats, Jay. You 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 weren't raised like that, Jay. That's that's all I'm gonna say. But she holds this image of me in her mind energetically. It's like when I'm in her presence, I ain't got no choice but to morph into that image. Like, it's crazy. But my grandmother is one of the greatest hypnotists that I know. And she Christian, saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. She don't even really like the word hypnosis, but she one of the greatest hypnotists that I know. And what she does is she holds this energetic picture of what she would like to see, and she refuses to budge on it. She refuses to budge on it. Refuses to budge on it. I need you to start doing that for you. I need you to get this energetic picture of yourself. I need you to calibrate to it. And I need you to refuse to budge from it no matter what they say on CNN. I need you to refuse to budge from it no matter what they say on MSNBC. I need you to refuse to budge on it no matter what they say on BBC. I need you to refuse to budge from it no matter what you see on your For You page. I need you to refuse to budge from it when somebody look at you and say that's a stupid idea. I need you to refuse to budge from it no matter what. And that's when things are gonna start working out for you. Well, things working out for you, whether you know it or not. Things working out for you behind your back. Do you realize the amount of miracles that had to take place for you to even be able to sit in this live and interpret the vibration that you call my voice right now? Do you realize how many generations of ancestors had to come through? Do you realize how many cells in your body are working together and collaborating right now in this moment? Do you realize, like, seeing is a miracle, hearing is a miracle. Every time you taste your food, you just experienced a miracle. You so like you so dope that you take it for granted, and you think things not working out. Listen, every inhale and every exhale you take, you just experienced a miracle. You overlooking the miracles. You getting distracted by what you don't want. Like, do you understand the technology that's? I'm in Dallas, Texas. You wherever you at, and we talking in real time right now. And you talking about you ain't never seen them. You done seen so many miracles that you take them for granted. You better remember who you are. And you like we always talk about that acorn. If God put an entire oak tree inside of an acorn, you don't think God put a business inside of you? You don't think God put a happy marriage inside of you? You don't think God put clarity? If God put all of that inside of an acorn, imagine what God can fit inside of you. You better quit playing with yourself. Look at an apple seed and look at an apple tree. If God put all of that inside of that little old seed, look at the size of your head and look at the size of that seed. You don't think, come on now. Come on now. And you got a purpose. We say this stuff over and over again because it's true. You have purpose. You had a purpose before you had a name. Okay? You had a purpose before you even had a name. I don't need a business. A personal check would do. Beggars can't be choosers, man. And you gotta tell your subconscious mind that. You gotta tell your subconscious mind. You gotta realize that God don't work for you. God works through you. Okay? God don't work for you. God work through you. So if God give it to you in an idea, then it's up to you to execute the idea. God gave men dominion over the world. He not coming back. That's why he sent Jesus. God said, I ain't coming. I'll send Jesus. I'll send you. I'll send Nikki. I'll send Jay. I'll send Celestial. But God gave men dominion over the world. So if you don't want to build that business, I'm wondering, do you even deserve the personal check? But it ain't my stuff to sort out. Like it ain't mine to sort out. But asking it is given. You have not because you ask not. For sure, for sure. Appreciate you. And guys, if you want the replays, what you got to do is click the link in my bio and go to my link tree. If you join the 5C Inner Circle, it's gonna text you a link where you get access to all of the TikTok replays. Oh, what's going on, Nene? You getting the shop? Oh, yep, TikTok shop. It'll do that. What's going on? Guys, if you could think it, you could do it. I need you to understand that you have a purpose, okay? Because God is not a messy creator. God didn't create Adam and then make light and then create the garden. God created somewhere for Adam to exist. God created Adam a job. Then he created Adam. I would imagine that Adam would have had a hard time trusting God if it said in the beginning it was black void and without light, and God said, let there be Adam. I think Adam might would have had a hard time trusting, like, hold on. Like, it's black void, it's without form, and I'm just existing. But it was easy for Adam to trust God because God already had an environment for Adam to exist in. God is not a sloppy, messy creator. If God gave you an idea, all the things for that idea to come into fruition are already there. Like sometimes people talk like God coming back to create more. God created everything in 6 days, rested on the seventh day. It's already here. Your job is to get out and start discovering what's already here. Guys, we didn't create electricity, we discovered electricity. God created electricity, we discovered electricity. We didn't create gravity, we discovered gravity. I didn't create I Coach Bosses. I didn't create Dreams in Action. I didn't create I Coach Coaches. I didn't create the 5C program. I discovered what God had already put here. You better remember who you are. You said it perfectly, Paris. You didn't come here. We say create, but honestly, everything is already created. You here to play around with what God already created and rearrange it in different fun, new ways. But it's already here. If you can think it, you can do it. It's already here. I'm just waiting on God. No, God waiting on you. Like, if God gave you the idea, God is waiting on you. Like my daughter, she might think she waiting on her first car. I'm waiting on her to turn 16. I can't wait to take her car shopping. She's not waiting on me. I'm waiting on her. Okay? If God gave you the idea, your job is to start thinking on the idea, sitting with the idea. Faith without work is dead. Let me blow your mind real quick though. The work is not physical. Like people hear that and think it's like the back breaking labor. Faith without work is dead. The work is in maintaining the faith. Listen to me. The work is in maintaining the faith. I'm faithful that I can build a business model that generates $25,000 a month. I'm faithful that I got a message that's worth hearing. I'm faithful that God gave me a gift that can change and reshape lives. If I maintain that belief, I don't gotta go live, I get to go live. I don't gotta partner with Nikki, I get to partner with Nikki. I don't gotta see clients, I get to. If I keep the faith strong, I want to do the work. I'm excited to do the work. I'm happy to do the work. When the faith is in the right place, the work feel like play. For sure. You see what I'm saying? The work is disciplining my mind to stay locked in so that the faith can flow. But when the faith is flowing, I can't wait to do the work. Your work is controlling your mind. Your work is not being conformed to the ways of the world, but transformed by the renewing of them. That's the work. The work is seeing everybody else go, man, this is happening in the world. This is happening in the world. This happen. Your work is saying, that's not what God told me. God told me this. Your work is slapping the apple out of Eve's hand. God said, don't eat that. I'm staying locked in. Right, that's the work. If you do that work, that physical work, it'll look like this. That physical work is not back-breaking labor when you do the work of strengthening the faith. So I want you to remember that. That's your work. You don't use willpower to discipline the body. You use willpower to discipline the mind. You use willpower to control your thinking. You use willpower to say that's a dumb thought, that's a negative thought. I'm not gonna entertain it. You use willpower to say I'm not gonna think that, I'm gonna think this instead. That's how you're supposed to use willpower. Now, when you use willpower like that over a period of time, what's gonna happen is it's going to change your mind. Once you get that changed mind, the behavior has no choice but to follow the mind. Is that making sense? All right. So I'm about to get ready to land. I need everybody to get into the 5C inner circle. It's free of charge. Go on my link tree, put your name on there, put your phone number in there, and it's gonna put you in our inner circle. Now, the inner circle gonna give you access to all of the TikTok live replays. I'm gonna send you text messages a few times a week, motivate you, speak life into you, make sure you know about all the different programs that we got. And if anybody is struggling to get clarity, inside of the 5C inner circle, there's a form called a Clarity Blueprint. I want you to fill out that clarity blueprint form, and it's going to force you to fill in the gaps in your clarity. I'm telling you, as you fill in the gaps to your clarity, you're going to start moving toward what you desire on accident. You're going to start moving toward what you desire on accident. You're going to find yourself in the right place at the right time, and I don't even know how I ended up here. You're going to find yourself just lining up with the right people. You're going to find yourself waking up with ideas. You're trying to take a shower, and you just got an idea that's blowing your mind. Okay, so I need everybody to get in there. It's right there on the link tree, really easy to find. And I'll be live tomorrow at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Can't wait to see you guys. I'm out of here.